You're in the market for a professional headshot, but where do you start? Watch this video for some tips on how to find the best headshot photographer for you. I'm Scott Lawrence, a professional headshot and portrait photographer based here in Detroit, and I've worked with countless professionals just like you. Check out my work at scottlawrencephoto.com. Thanks for stopping by. For the best headshot tips and tricks, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified when new videos are released. Hiring a headshot photographer can be a big decision. It's a pretty sophisticated service, and most people aren't really used to shopping for photography service. This video will give you a sense of the questions to ask and the points to consider as you make your choice. I've been helping clients update their images for years, across a couple of different markets too. So I've seen a lot of different standards and different things to consider. Okay, here we go. First, you want to consider the personality of the photographer. Now, this will come through when you browse the website, look at their social media presence. Now, you're probably not going to be spending hours with a headshot photographer like maybe you did on your wedding day. You still want to feel comfortable around this photographer, as it's really key to getting a great image. The work. Do you like what you see on their website or social media? Can you see yourself in those images? That's really an important question to ask yourself. Established professional photographers will have a consistency to their work, and you should be able to see that as you browse their galleries online. My job is to make all professionals look their best, even if you're not a model. So keep an eye out for a range of different body types, skin tones, hair types. Location. Where do you want your session to happen? I shoot most of my individual sessions from my studio here in Troy. It's my own dedicated space within an office building. A lot of photographers work out of shared spaces or even their homes for a variety of reasons. And it doesn't make one better or worse. It doesn't say anything about the photographer either. It just is what it is. We all have different working situations. And of course, some photographers work exclusively on location. Again, there's not really a right or wrong answer here. Just think about where you'll be most comfortable. Now, one thing I would add for headshot photography is that I do get some questions about, hey, can we shoot outside? Can we go to a park? Can we get an organic background? We absolutely can do that. However, depending on the climate, where you live, you got to consider weather, wind, humidity, rain. All those factors can really throw a wrench in a shoot, especially a headshot session where it's all about hair, makeup, clothing. You're not going to want to be windblown for your headshot. I like to shoot in the studio just for the consistency that it allows. I can shoot day or night, rain or shine, snow, sleet, any kind of weather, you name it, we can shoot. Just because I shoot in a studio doesn't mean an organic background isn't an option for you. With a little Photoshop, I can replace the background of a simple studio backdrop, and we can put in an organic background of your choice, all within the comfort of a studio. So there are options. Don't forget to ask, what sort of session types or packages is the photographer offering? Think about how much time you want to spend. 20 minutes, an hour or more. If you don't know what you need, give the photographer a call, send him a note, let him know what you're thinking, but say, hey, I'm open to suggestions. What do you think? Do you think this is going to be enough time? Also within the package, you want to consider how many images are going to be included with the session fee. Unless you're doing a personal branding shoot, you're typically going to be good with just a handful of images. Think quality over quantity in this case. Retouching is pretty typical with a headshot session, but don't hesitate to ask about the specifics. Maybe if you have a specific concern, maybe your skin's a little shiny, or maybe you've got a cut or blemish or scar or something that you want covered, don't hesitate to ask about that up front. Scheduling. This is a big one, especially for headshot photography. My individual sessions are booked solely online, which saves everybody time. Of course, I am happy to talk on the phone, but for the most part, scheduling online is going to be just as easy. Turnaround time. If you need something fast, or yesterday, yeah, you know who you are, then speak up. If you're really in a hurry, I do have some rush options, but you want to ideally have a few days leeway between when the image is due and when your session is going to take place. In general, absent a rush, most individual sessions can be turned around within a handful of days. Delivery. How are you going to get the images? Now, digital delivery in one format or another is pretty typical for a headshot session, but don't rule out prints either. A A print can make a great gift for your spouse or maybe your kids or parents. I hope these tips give you some context about what to look for when you're shopping for a headshot photographer. Keep watching for more tips, and don't forget to grab that free session guide in the link below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with a friend who might be in the market for a new image.